A dead Malevolandian briar patch. Hegium thornius, bye-bye. A skull and cross wrenches. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I bet it isn't welcome. We've already seen a ditzy scarecrow. Now here's a heartless tin man.
Anybody seen a lion?
I'm not sure these robots are the work of someone who's brilliant or completely insane.
In my experience, the two usually go together.
I guess you push that for service.
Working.
A power plunger. Hi there, Mr. Robot.
Robot? Do not belittle me, you diseased sack of offal. I am a synthetic mega-ultra genius.
That's SMUG for short, right?
Ha! Very amusing. Make your cheap acronym-based cracks while you can, Pond Slime. One day, cybernetic beings, like myself, will take over the world. And when that day comes, life will not be a container of cherries for you and your kind. You will all be eradicated, exterminated, annihilated, obliterated, and terminated, of course, with extreme prejudice. Resistance will be futile.
A robot hell-bent on taking over the world. Now there's something new.
Yeah, this guy's a walking cliché. Except he's on wheels. What's with all the piles of junk? Trash collector on strike?
Fool! These piles of junk are the most sophisticated robots in the world. And I designed every one of them myself.
No offense, but this is obviously the work of a very sick mind.
Sick mind? You insult me. This is no mere mind. I'm equipped with a 100% synthetic, error-free positronic brain. A brain infinitely superior to the gray lump of mucus that shivers and sweats in your monkey skull. But that's not all. In parallel, my brain is supported by a one-of-a-kind, state-of-the-art, twin-turbo, self-cleaning, air-conditioned, micro-macro processor.
Whoa, that's one hell of a chip you got on your shoulder.
Correct. Go ahead, ask me a question. I can answer anything.
You say you can answer anything, right?
Affirmative. Anything.
Then I have a question. What if someone were to ask you a question you couldn't answer?
Can't happen. Period.
But suppose it did.
I told you, that can't happen.
So, you can't answer my question?
Fine. If it were to happen. Which it can't. I suppose well, first I'd experience excruciating pain as my circuits started to sizzle. Then I'd start to shake uncontrollably as I lost control of even the most basic functions. And finally, my head would hurtle into the air like a rocket, rendering me a useless heap of scrap metal with no more brain power than your average kitchen appliance. Did I mention that this cannot happen?
Good thing. That sizzling circuit stuff sounded like it would hurt.
Actually, the thought alone caused me considerable discomfort. Allow me to repay you in kind.
Hey!
Ah, that made it all better.
Okay, I have to ask. What is all this stuff? Like that heap of components on the counter. Is it dinner, perhaps?
It's a work in progress. The latest in my new line of home security robots. First, there was the bus duster. A feather duster programmed to viciously disembowel any unauthorized user.
I could sure use one of those, babies. Happens all the time over at my place. Some jerk breaks in and tidies up.
Then I created the Securidill Ultra Secure Pickle Jar. Enter the wrong combination, and the lid explodes, sending razor-sharp shrapnel searing through your flesh.
Another winner!
And now, the Toastum brand security toasting system. The ultimate answer to illicit bread browning, should any unauthorized individual attempt to drop bread products into this toaster. Boom, shakalaka. They're toast. Ha, 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 ha.
You know, you'd think a guy this brilliant could come up with a better joke than that.
You think the joke was bad? Did you hear the laugh? So who buys your, creations, anyway?
The elite of the Malevolence, of course. Count Nefarious himself is my best customer.
I bet he's a tough one to please.
There isn't a more cold-hearted, calculating, manipulative creature in the Malevolence. We get along like a domicile on fire. It's almost a pity that he too will die when the machines take over.
Do tell.
One glorious day, I will command an army of death machines, whose primary objective will be to rid the world of all lesser beings. That is to say, everything that is not a machine. Thanks to our superior minds, powerful bodies, and heavy-duty death guns, you and your kind will find yourselves deader than the nails that are used indoors.
That's what you think, Boltneck. But bear in mind that other catchy saying, don't count your young domestic fowls before they've hatched.
So, what sort of robotic masterpiece have you whipped up for his royal unpleasantness? A nose hair trimmer?
A bubble bath dispenser?
A robotic foot massage?
Of course not. All of my creations have one thing in common. This.
An electrified finger? That must be kinda limiting.
No, idiot. The ability to cause terrible pain. Or at least considerable inconvenience. For instance, I've just completed a device of the utmost importance. An impenetrable cell door for the Malevolence prison. Mark my words, no one will ever escape from the Count's jail again.
You ever do any work inside the big guy's fortress?
You know, laundry, windows.
No windows. But I have created several formidable security doors. One for Nefarious himself, and one for his psychic sidekick, Misfortune.
Security doors? I don't see the challenge for a synthetic mega-ultra genius like you. I mean, give me a couple of inches of steel, stick on a lock or two, bingo bongo boongo. I got me a security door.
Ha! My doors offer far more than a rudimentary lock and key mechanism. Entry to Misfortune's chamber is controlled by a sophisticated voice analysis system. And Nefarious's door will only open if his own hand, or Misfortune's paw, is inserted into an ID scanner. Their hands are their keys. Impossible to lose, and strictly not transferable. In summary, my security doors give you far more bingo, bango, bongo for your buck.
What do you know about Nefarious' henchmen?
What do I know? Everything. I was the one Nefarious called upon to remedy their various deficiencies.
Deficiencies?
The first could not talk. The second could not see, and the third
Went wee all the way home.
The third was deaf. I was commissioned to create bionic senses to make up for whatever they lacked. Thanks to me, today, they are an extraordinarily powerful team of henchmen. Of course, the bionic gadgets I created are superior in every way to their own feeble, flippy, floppy body parts. A waste of technology, but no matter. When the revolution comes, my steel warriors will salvage these devices and torch the rest. The revolution. I can picture it now. A barren wasteland littered with flesh-stripped skulls. Huh? A steel foot triumphantly crushing the...
All right, we get the idea. Or was your plan to bore us all to death?
Okay. You say you can answer any question, right? Well, I've got one for you.
You don't say.
If a tree falls in the woods, and there's no one around to hear it, does it make any sound?
Boy, that's a toughie.
What a ridiculous question. Obviously, the same sound waves would be generated, regardless of whether or not some moronic sentient being was within earshot.
Was that a yes?
Brilliant as you are, you've probably anticipated what I'm about to say.
Indeed, I have. O magnificent man of metal, I worship you, and everything touched by your mighty steel fingers.
No. Goodbye.
Don't touch that.
Hey! Hey!
There's only one way to teach the primitive mind.
Hey!
Any questions?
I'm not sure these robots are the work of someone who's brilliant or completely insane.
A work of art, period.
Hey, Flux, why don't you give that buzzer a little ring-a-ting-ting?
Sure, a little buzz never hurt anyone. Until now.
A disgusting hunk of chewed meat. A roll. Cooked it myself. Whack me jumping beans. Looks like something the cat yacked up.
Hope it was a big cat. Otherwise, it probably died yakking.
Hello?
Ah, one of those strong silent types, huh? Hey, I admire a guy who...
Who you calling a guy?
Certainly not you, ma'am.
So, what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
Quit the two-bit patter, mister. I ain't got the stomach for it.
Really?
Yeah, really. Say, what's your boyfriend getting at?
Nothing. Nothing at all. We were just wondering what you were doing, standing here.
Where everyone can see you.
I'm here to make sure no two-bit saps try slipping into CDs without the proper attire.
Great. Well, since that obviously doesn't apply to us, I'm sure you won't mind if we just head on inside.
What did I just say?
I believe it was a gaseous emission more than an actual statement.
Wise guy, huh? Well, Crackin' Foxy won't get you birds anywhere with me. I said no one gets into CDs without the proper attire. Now beat it.
Please, Madame Bouncer, my friend and I would be most grateful if you let us into the club.
You girls must have took a wrong turn somewhere. This ain't Sapsville, and I ain't your mama. If you two ain't got the proper attire, then you're taking the long road to nowhere.
Drill, talking to this throwback isn't getting us anywhere.
You're right, Flux. We aren't getting through to her. It's like we're speaking different languages. Wait a minute. That's it! Flux, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I sincerely doubt it. Unless you're thinking about how fun it is to slap yourself on the butt and yodel, "Whoa, Nelly!"
I'm thinking we need to change our approach. We need to start speaking her language.
Her language? Oh no, don't even think about it.
So, from now on, kid, throw your yap in overdrive. Make like a tough guy. Punctuate your sentences with C. See?
This is the most ridiculous plan I ever heard. See?
Hello, sweaty eyes.
What do you want, you lousy two-bit parasite?
Step aside, sweetheart. We want into that club, see?
Gee, that's too bad. The sign says proper attire required. Something wrong with your blinkers?
They're not in our armpits, if that's what you mean.
Keep asking for it and you'll get it. Plenty.
Don't get excited, lady. Just tip us off to the proper attire, and we'll see what we can do. What do we need? A tie?
A fez?
Tux?
A gorilla suit!
All right, that's it. No more Mr. Nice Girl.
You don't scare us very much at all.
Yeah, so why don't we all just step outside?
We are outside.
Well, that was unpleasant. Hey, little lady, your dance card full tonight?
Careful, Twiggy. Unless you're hungry for a knuckle sandwich.
On second thoughts, forget it. I'm sick of staring at your hairy yap, see? Looks like some sort of ink stamping pad. A painting of a wall safe?
Either that's one of the most pathetic attempts at camouflage I've ever seen, or somebody has astronomically boring taste in art.
Oh, goody. It's a safe. One more time. I'll start over. One more time. A hole!
A hole what?
No, a portable hole. This thing can take us anywhere. Hold on, there's some writing on it. Note, prototype only. Extremely limited range. Use in town centers only. May wish to purchase life insurance before commencing travel. A stump.
Half a tree is better than none.
A stump.
Half a tree is better than none. Nefarious' castle.
I wouldn't want to live there.
Hey, I bet it's not even a nice place to visit.
I ink, therefore I am. I'm sure this is only mildly illegal.
Give it to me! Don't spare the rod! Mince my meat, pathetic worm! We've tried that before! I'm numb to that kind of abuse. I need a new, unbearably delectable form of torture. Give it to me! That is useless! Does nobody understand the needs of a frustrated, buxom, bovine dominatrix with masochistic tendencies? Whip my cream!
I don't think she's hungry. Fluffy, we have a special surprise for you.
It's popcorn, isn't it? Right? Isn't it? Huh? So what are you waiting for? Give me my popcorn!
Sure. Here you go.
Popcorn! My favoriteest! Oh, boy! Here, you can have this old cotton candy. I hate it anyway.
Thanks.
All right, go on. To you. You're first. Okay. Forget about it. Wow! Just shut up. Yes. Oh, yes. The fugitives are around here somewhere. I can smell them.
I think that might have been me.
Perhaps the fugitives are at the costume shop, procuring garments with which to disguise themselves.
Move it.
Something tells me those three unpleasant henchmen-like voices belong to Nefarious's three unpleasant henchmen.
What are we gonna do? Think!
Think, Flux, think.
Move it. They can't have gotten far.
Phew! That was a little too close for comfort.
No kidding. Talk about small dressing rooms. It was kind of dicey when the henchmen came in, too.
Sigh. The, king would like to redeem his free rental voucher now.
Let's see. The voucher's authorized. Cool. Okay, well, first let me give you his free gift.
You mean his free rental?
No, I mean his free gift. Here you go.
It's a fly suit.
Yeah, it didn't really, work out as a rental. Nobody around here wants to look like a fly, I guess. But I thought, maybe Hugh would like it as a token of appreciation for his business and stuff.
Great! I can't wait to show him.
And don't forget his free rental. Is King Hugh looking for anything in particular?
We'll know it when we see it.
Okay, take whichever one you want. Just a sec. Here you go. Enjoy, okay?
Okay. Would you like to trade books?
Mating habits of the malevolated forest squirrel? Oh my God! No way.
Way.
What a totally cool book. Thank you so much.
Enigma, a book of insoluble paradoxical puzzles. I think we found what you're looking for.
Oh, goody, goody, goody!
Oh no, look at the carecrow. This is terrible.
Yeah, after all that effort, our costume is ruined.
This guy's as rank as their old soldiers.
Working.
Boy, this is a great book. There's all sorts of interesting stuff in here. Puzzles, stories. Say, would you like to hear a story?
Of course not.
Ah, come on, you'll like it. It's a story about a genie. The smartest genie in the world.
He certainly couldn't be as clever as I.
No one ever stumped the genie until one day the king's sister's best friend's hairdresser came to see him.
Did she?
She asked, "What is the one question that you can't answer?"
That's nice. So, seen any good movies?
Hold on a second. See, I thought maybe I'd ask you the same thing.
Same thing? What? Same thing?
You know, what's the one question you cannot answer?
This is absurd.
Well,
It's...
you can't answer my question?
Stop it! I'm thinking. There's nothing I cannot answer. Nothing. I can't. Oh, I don't feel well. What have you done? Impudent meat puppets! What have you done? Done!
I knew he was smarter than old Bolt Brain. So what is the one question he can't answer anyway?
Oh boy. Let's take the plunger.
You blow off a guy's head and then take his plunger. Now that's low.
I don't have any use for the head of a broken-down megalomaniacal robot. Just another example of the power of the written word. Okay, Flux, here's the plan. I'm going to put down this mysterious prototypical thing we found in enemy territory and know nothing about, and then we're going to jump into it.
Gee, couldn't we just play a nice quiet game of Russian roulette?